More music. Better mental health. Only on IPL Radio.
Yes, you are listening to IPL Radio, and it's Mish on Good Vibrations this morning with co-host Janice.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello. Now, I've got an old friend of mine on the phone. Kurt, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
All good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I've got Kirk, and he's from South Australia. Now, just before we go into your journey of mental health, Kirk, I want to quickly explain to the listeners how we know each other. In England, I was in England at school, and my parents were very interested in moving to Australia at the time. I would have been about 7, and this Australian girl comes into my classroom, and I became very friendly with her. And I told my parents about her, and they got very friendly with So I was very, best friends. Kirk is the big brother, and always has been the big brother. They moved back to Australia and moved to Melbourne. We all moved to Melbourne. We followed about 2 years later, and we went to the same school. So from England to Australia, same school. Went to high school together. And again, Kirk's the big brother. How old are you? Oh, that's a stupid question. I'm 56, going on 57 this year, Kirk. You're now how many years older than you are me?
Well, I'm 61 going on 62 this year.
Okay, so you're not that much older than me anyway. But you always seem like the big brother, you know what I mean? Like the much older brother.
Yeah.
And they're awesome to have around.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. He was I never really had much to do with Kirk. I don't know. Did you go to Parkdale High, Kirk?
To where, sorry?
Parkdale High in Mordialloc.
No.
What high school did you go to? Can you remember?
All over the place.
I know. The family moved a lot. They did move a lot.
Yeah.
So I've known Kirk and the family since I was about 7. They've moved to Adelaide and we moved to WA, so we sort of separated at that point, but always been in contact in some way. When I went around Australia a few years ago, it would have been about 5 years ago on my motorbike, I caught up with Kirk a few times actually, which was really nice. And the best memory of me being in Adelaide was visiting you and your mum, Kirk. It was just one of those memories that I'll never forget. I actually really loved that. And also one of the times that I caught up with Kirk in Adelaide, unfortunately, he was in a mental health facility. And this has been an ongoing thing for you, Kirk. Where do you want to start with this story?
From the beginning, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. It's not a very good story.
I know.
And, I think he might be surprised as well. I've had problems, well, they started anyway, way back from when I was 7 years old. From, this is going to be hard for you to hear.
No, it is going to be hard for me to hear because I'm very close to the family, so if it's family related, it's going to be difficult.
Well,
but only talk about it if you're comfortable to do so.
No, I'm just especially more concerned about others than myself. I've actually been through this a number of times with my psychiatrist, which I see on a weekly basis, and I'm still trying to work my way through it.
Okay.
I ran away from home twice at 7 years old because I lived in fear of.
You were adopted, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're in fear of that, okay.
Yeah. And, that didn't exactly help things. It actually made things worse. You remember, she was just old enough to, know about it. And it did stress her quite a bit. Well, she was just way too young to even know about it.
Yep.
And then, I think about 9, the unforgettable happened. Well, it was all unforgettable. I was groomed by a pedophile.
Oh my God.
And I went through that too.
Okay.
And of course, like what they do, they, particularly like 9 years old, they convince you not to go and tell mum. They give you presents and all this other stuff. Then what happened in the army? Same thing.
No.
There was, the bullying you could handle. That was like water off a duck's back.
Mm-hmm.
But then physical assault a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, I was groomed. Can I swear?
Prefer you not to, if you can use another word instead.
No, I was groomed by this, person for the same reason again.
So this is sexual grooming?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the time, I knew what I should have done. I should have reported it to my OC, my officer commanding.
Mm-hmm.
But I lacked a lot of confidence at that stage.
Yep.
Every time I received a hit on my self-confidence, which I really didn't really develop from my childhood. I was a good soldier. I was really good at my job.
What were you? What was your ranking? What were you doing?
I was a medic in the medical corps.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I was being fast-tracked for promotion and all this other stuff. It's it was in my 4th year that everything just became too much.
The bullying and the harassment.
Yeah, that was around the time of my first attempt on my life.
Oh, geez.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Since that time, there have been numerous attempts, quite a few, right throughout the time I've been working. What had happened is that the Army had discharged me, not on a medical discharge, but what they call an administrative discharge. They didn't diagnose me, and they didn't acknowledge what had happened, which ended in a disaster, because subsequently there were all these other attempts. I just didn't think there was, as ludicrous as it sounds, I didn't think there was anything wrong.
Did you report it at that point? Did they know what was happening? Have they ever known?
No.
You never said anything?
No.
Do you regret that?
Yeah.
Not that it would have changed anything.
No, it wouldn't. And then I guess the biggest kick in the guts for me was, I was married to, and to this day, she did explain it to me, but my memory is so shot.
Sure.
We separated, or rather she separated from me. I think she just had enough for whatever reason. And shamefully there were 2 more very serious attempts after that.
Oh gosh.
Which I came to realise wasn't. I've got a son, and it was just a horrible thing to do to him. And despite how I feel often, I don't do it for that very reason. My treatment over the past 20 or more years has been tons of ECT, gone through about every medication you can think of.
Yeah.
And, well, obviously I've been diagnosed PTSD.
Sure.
And with major depressive disorder, which is, both constantly haunt me. So I, at the moment, are having anywhere between 2 to 3 admissions at the Jamie Larkin Veterans Centre, which is primarily for treatment of PTSD.
Excellent.
And my new doc, she is very good.
Good.
Trying to get me to process all the anger and frustration that I have, because everything like that has just been directed at myself.
Okay.
Quietly.
Yeah.
I've grown up with values which are completely different to. I mean, I'm not saying my family didn't have good values; they're just messed up.
Okay.
But I won't go into that.
No.
Where was I?
Yeah, just talking about the family values, etc. And
yeah, it had a positive impact on me. I've never been. Well, I'm not introvert anymore, but I'm not an extrovert. I mean, I'm appropriate for, the conditions I'm in.
good. Do you socialise, Kirk?
Yeah, I try to.
Mm-hmm. I know it's hard.
Certainly, I've made a lot more friends while I've been going to the Jamie Larkin Centre, because there's a lot of veterans there.
Great.
We're all very supportive of each other.
Good.
And it might sound strange, but it's a brotherhood.
Yeah, I agree. It's a camaraderie. I agree.
Yeah. And, I've made new friends, keep in contact with them,
Good.
see them occasionally. Where I'm living is, it's the veterans.
Are you still at the same place? Because I went to that. I came to your place once, I think. Is it the same place? You were there, I think it was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
yes,
I've been there, yeah. I went there.
Yeah, I've made a few friends, more than a few friends here. We just have a barbecue and whatnot every now and then. And
good.
A few drinks, which I did last night, which was a mistake because I hadn't had a drink for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you've got to focus on is take each day as it comes, and just whatever comes your way on that day, just grab it, if it's going to make you happy for a moment.
I've got plenty of support. I mean, I do, and I've got NDIS package.
You get a support worker in daily?
Yeah, on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm a support worker, so yeah.
Yeah, just to keep an eye on me and get me out.
Excellent.
They can usually read me very well.
That's good.
Try to get me out. I do have plans for this year for a change, going back to Britain to see a friend over there.
Oh, fantastic.
Which would be lovely. And
that would be really good.
And go back to uni next year and study visual arts.
Oh, really? Good for you. Because you've always been arty, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I got my Bachelor of Design in 1999.
Okay.
I've been working as a graphic designer since, but I stopped working way back when.
Yeah.
That's
positive. That's great. Hang on, I've got to ask you something really important now. Are you playing your guitar?
Yeah, trying to. I've actually got 3 guitars now.
Good.
I've got a Fender Strat.
Nice.
I did manage to find myself a Gibson Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And still got the Ibanez acoustic.
Nice. Nice. That's good. I'm glad you're doing that because for me, I mean, I don't play an instrument, but listening to music is my therapy. What do you find is your therapy?
What do I like to play?
Well, is music your therapy? Does it make you
music
happy?
and art. Yeah, music and art.
Okay, good. Good. So they're the sort of thing. They're the things that you're concentrating on both of those. Obviously, by going to uni, you're going to bring that in as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Going to uni in your 70s, good for you. 60s, I mean. Whoops.
I was going to say, he's only 60. Come on, give the guy a break.
Well, he was the older brother, you know.
Not that much
Just not that old. I'm so glad that things are getting better for you. I know you can have your ups and downs.
Yeah, it's still going to get better again. I put in an application through the DVO, Department of Veteran Affairs, to get a service dog.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
that's
that'd be a massive idea.
So you can have that at the unit where you are now.
Oh yeah.
Being a service
you
dog,
can take them anywhere. There's only places you can't take them is to theatres in surgery. It's actually by law, nobody can refuse you to take your dog.
Excellent.
Within Australia, so
I went through a process because one of my clients is totally blind. So we went through the process of getting a guide dog for him. It's a long process. There's a lot of training, but that was obviously more in depth because it was a guide dog. I think the support dog. You probably do have to go through some training anyway, don't you?
Oh yeah, you do. And dogs are amazing. They can pick up when you're having nightmares or you're about to.
They are
amazing.
amazing.
They come and wake you up, and if you're anxious, they come and reassure you.
Brilliant.
They know.
Brilliant.
No, it's amazing.
That would be great. Absolutely great. Now, one question would be: if you go to the UK, the dog can't go with you, though, can it?
Well, it's going to be a while. I haven't even heard back if it's been approved, and I have heard stories. You can get lucky and get them within a year, but it can take anywhere up to 18 months.
Okay.
The waiting list for veterans is horrendous.
Oh, that's a shame.
Huge.
It's really bad. That's really bad. I don't know whether you're aware, but my cousin Army as well, and he also suicided due to the fact that he was having issues with the department. So it's unfortunately there's a lot of it.
Yes.
Which is something that they need to look into, but they don't seem to change anything.
Yeah, well, it's difficult. It's
it's not good.
The horrors of being deployed. Well, put it bluntly, civilians, no matter what they do, will never experience. They'll never see it, and they just can't understand because it's unfathomable.
Yeah. Where were you deployed?
I was lucky enough to not be deployed.
Oh, that's good.
But I do speak a lot with other veterans, and I wouldn't even tell you the stories because they are horrifying,
horrific,
disgraceful, disgusting, horrendous.
That's terrible. Do you have? I mean, I'm not sure if Hazel, but do you have much?
Yeah, I don't see it as often as I'd like to.
Okay, there you go. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I see her.
Did you see it for
3
Christmas?
times a year.
Oh, is that all? You're only around the corner.
Yeah, well, I'm not driving at the moment, and
Yeah, no, that's a little shame. I think you need to.
No, you're right. She doesn't live that far away.
No, she doesn't. I've been there and I've ridden from there to your place, so I know.
But yeah,
I know she's got a busy life. She's got a busy life. I know that. We've all got busy lives, but family are family. Do you get to see your mum very often?
No, I don't. No. She's just not her anymore.
No, I know. When I visited you, she was going down that track then. because she was talking about people in the roof taking her stuff. She was definitely going down that track then. So it's a shame. Does she know family or not now?
Well, I haven't spoke to Hazel of recent about it. No, it must be really distressing for her.
Yeah.
But when she has spoken about it, it's she doesn't recognise
Okay, that's a shame. That would
people
be
or something.
very hard.
She does come around eventually, but not always.
Yeah, and they have their good and bad days, so you just don't know what day you're going to pick. Can I ask you, if it's okay, do you have any...
Any what, sorry?
Do you have any contact with...
No, none at all.
I know she sort of went off the radar for quite a number of years, so she hasn't come back into the family fold.
No. I mean, I'm not even sure if she's still alive,
Wow.
to be honest.
Wow, that's a little sad.
Yeah, she was unfortunate. I mean, I never had anything against her. I always liked her, but despite the fact she used to give me a hard time as the older sister.
Of course. We all get... I'm sure you all get that. But, yeah, she was... I don't even know if I ever met her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I must have. She was in England, surely, when we were there.
Well, she stayed behind, if you remember. She stayed behind in Wales.
Oh, that's right.
She married some surfy dude in Wales.
So she's how much older is she than you then?
Well, only would have been a couple of years.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, this story you've shared with me today, which I appreciate you doing that because I know it's not easy, and hopefully sharing the story on air will give you some sort of therapy as well.
No, thank you. I think it has.
Good, because
no.
Okay, so she's going to be triggered as well by this, and you may.
She will be upset. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel that not that she needs to know, but I need to share it with her so that she can understand what's going on with me, because that's got to be hard for her.
And you know what? This conversation should have been done years ago.
Yeah.
And I know why you held it back, because you don't want to hurt anyone. I
certainly could have done it when my parents were around, because, that would have made things really difficult. It would have wound up like that.
Running, disappearing.
In the black sheep.
So when you said, I don't even know if I should be going back there, but when you said that you were groomed as a 7-year-old, was it someone that the family knew?
No. What had happened is that father was actually working as a security person, watchman or whatever you call it, on ships docked at the Yarra River.
Yep.
Well, one day he took me along to go fishing in the Yarra River, which was filthy at the time. It was an engineer on board the ship. I'll never forget it. It's like a movie.
It flashes back.
Replaying of a movie in full colour.
Wow.
As well.
We don't need to go into details there, but
no, I don't think you'd want me to anyway.
No, that's totally something you need to keep to yourself, and your therapist, of course. And then again, I'm going to ask you a question. You don't have to answer it if you feel uncomfortable to do so, but can I ask why?
Fear.
Was it abuse?
Physical, yes.
Not sexual?
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
No.
So physical abuse? Because when I last spoke to you, you said that
I feel whether or not it's true or not that she
And you blame
I mean,
her
for instance, if I had done something like that, as horrendous like that, I would have been out the door.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yep, got it.
Straight away. And yeah, I just didn't get that. There was no sense of safety at home.
Okay. Were the other kids abused as well, like that? You weren't there then or something? She must have been aware of it.
It was occurring right up until just before we went over to the UK.
Then she must have been aware of it. In her, maybe subconsciously.
Well, they weren't around. It was organised.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, there are a lot of issues. It wasn't just that as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I did live in fear, and it wasn't until I joined the army that I did manage to get home. And when I got home, it's a terrible thing to say, but after coming out of the army, not because of mental health. Yeah.
Okay.
I could certainly look after myself.
Good.
I mean, you train to.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, though, surely.
No.
As long as it's used in the right
time. Well, that's place. Right. I've never been a violent person. I've never actually hit anybody in my life. But again, it's always been internalised.
Ever?
No. Never.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I said it's only as I got older I actually started to be able to defend myself.
Yeah.
Well, verbally anyway.
Okay.
I never yell and scream at people, but usually always polite about it, but they get the message.
Good.
More
That's
effectively
good.
that way.
That's good. I mean, for me, listening to your story, obviously it cuts deep for me too, because your family were like a second family to me. I grew up, around your. I could cry now. I grew up around your family for many years, and to hear that you were put through this absolutely blows my mind, because your dad in particular was a larrikin, right? He was a larrikin to everybody else. Yeah. To everybody else, he was a larrikin. Loved him dearly. Your mum was, as I said, like a second mum to me. I love her dearly, and so for me to hear it is difficult, but to hear this is going to be very hard for her. So you may have to sit with her at some stage and have a better conversation.
Yeah.
I can understand you feeling that way, and whether that was true or not, we can't say. But but what I'm trying to say is that this, because she will hear it. If she's not hearing it now, it will be recorded and released. Are you okay for us to release this? I mean, obviously we're live now, but I am recording it. So once she does hear it, she may need to sit with you and discuss this further.
Yes, no, I'm pretty sure she will do.
Of course she will. So you need to be ready for that, because this is 50 years of either secrets or things that have been tucked away.
Well, even people don't know about this.
Okay, all right.
Nobody does.
Wow. Okay. Well, that makes me even more, proud, or not proud, but I'm really appreciate you being open. And I know I've been talking to you about doing this for quite some time, and I've hesitated because I knew there'd be things coming up. I didn't realise there'd be things that I didn't want to hear. But, and I knew it wouldn't be easier for you either, but I'm glad that it's been sort of a therapy process for you to be able to tell. And I'm glad we're doing it over the phone, because I think face-to-face would have been too hard.
Yeah.
And I'm proud, so proud of you of doing this, because it's not an easy thing to do. And you must tell your therapist that you've done this, because it's a massive move, absolutely a massive move. So I'm very, very proud of you, and I appreciate you. And you'll always be.
I don't know you, but I'm sitting here super proud of you too, because I know how difficult it is from my experience.
I could do a big hug now.
I can really give you. I'm sending you a massive hug.
Big hugs.
Sending you a massive hug. And I really wish that I could be there for you as I was when I was there for that short amount of time in Adelaide. I really appreciated the time that I did spend with you.
Do you still have the Indians?
Oh, I have my Indian for sure, absolutely.
Oh my God, it is beautiful.
Yeah, I've got my Indian. Yeah, I do. Same bike.
That's an absolutely stunning bike, and I'm not a bike rider.
Oh yeah, you were. Why don't you? You're not allowed to ride anymore, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's something you can work towards.
No? I don't think I'll afford it. What do those things cost? 50,000 or more?
No, my one you can pick up for 15.
How much?
15.
15?
Yep. Easy. There you go.
Well, what it is, it sounds very cheap.
That's
really?
right, exactly. Mine's only a base level model.
You've done all the customization.
But I did the custom painting on it, because when I saw you, there was no custom painting done on it, but I've got custom painting on it now.
You should see it now.
And but honestly, the base model is about 15 grand, and that's second hand, by the way. That's second hand, not new. New, I think about 20.
Well, an Indian Scout bobber is about 24.
There you go.
No, that is a gorgeous bike. I fell in love with it. It's got the white wall tyres and all that stuff on it.
I know, I just love it. What did you used to ride?
I've never ridden a motorbike.
Oh, you've never ridden a motorbike? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was me 2 years ago.
Yeah, see, Janice has just got a licence, so... Yeah, it's something to work towards. You know why I did it, though? Because my husband's been riding for years, and he used to go out every weekend with friends, and I got fed up with it, so I got my licence so I could go out with him.
Good on you.
Yep.
Good on you.
I got my licence in 2012.
I got mine 12th of July.
So you still doing it?
What's that?
Still riding?
Not as much as I should. I went through a bit of a mental health issue with a few people from who I was riding with, and they took my confidence away. And
that's all right. My plan is to get it back out there.
And I lost my passion. Because I suffer from mental health. I don't know whether you know. I've been medicated for 27 years. So it's something that is very close to my heart. And as you know, my show is about mental health awareness. So I just need to, for people to hear that it's out there, and most people have got it in some way.
Exactly.
Some more than, deeper more than others.
Varying degrees.
Now we've been in contact, Kirk. There's no reason why we can't contact each other once a week and have a chat.
Yeah.
Do a check-in with each other.
And you can come back on the radio, once a month maybe, and we'll see how you're going.
Okay. No worries.
That would be good.
Yeah, it would be, actually.
Excellent.
It'd be cool.
I'm glad that you've been able to do this today, and again, I'm proud of you and appreciate you. I'm going to play some 80s music now, so enjoy. I'm going to hang up. As I said, you've got my number, and I just want to let everyone know that if anything that has been said today has triggered you in any way, there is a lifeline number, which is 13 11 14. There's so many you can do. There's a suicide callback service, 1300 659 467. There's a MHERL, which is MERL, which is a mental health emergency response line. They're 24 hours, and they're local here. Perth is 1300 555 788, so it's obviously different there in eastern states.
And we have a appeal number.
We have a appeal number, which is 1800 676 822. I'll post them on my Facebook page anyway. You'll post them anyway as well.
I've got it as well.
Because there is a lot of help out there, and
there's specialised help too. Because when I was looking, there's also drug and alcohol help.
Yeah.
There's also
there must be a veterans one as well.
Postnatal Yes, there's veterans.
Yeah, we'll get the veterans one.
So
There's a men's helpline. There's a lot. There is a lot.
You're not alone. You can call 000.
True. If it's, absolutely.
The police, I've had 000 called on me for a welfare check.
Yep.
And they are fantastic.
Yep.
They have changed the way they approach mental health situations, and they're trained a lot better in how to deal with it.
Correct.
So
correct.
don't be afraid to call 000 like I used to be, thinking they're going to lock you up in a mental health facility and you're never going to get out. It's not like that at all, so please reach out if you're suffering.
Absolutely. So, Kirk, love you, proud of you, love to all the family. Please keep in contact with me and we'll do this again.
No worries, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to play some 80s. This is Nick Kershaw, I Won't Let the Sun Go Down. Thanks, Kirk, love ya.